What's going on, YouTube? Saturday night? No, sorry, Sunday night. Halftime of Sunday night football, and got my stuff all shipped this afternoon. Other things coming. Hopefully, everyone's Sunday has been going well as also. So let's see what we have in the chat. I give a couple shout outs. We have Gail, Donna, Adam. How's it going? Hey guys, how's your Sunday been? How many sales? I had a couple today. I had a couple extra ones versus what we talked about the other night. So last night I did a lot of listing. I sold the I sell the pink flamingo camera, the Zag, a bookcase with the iPad Pro, but there's a period key missing, was off the keyboard. Otherwise everything worked fine. So I also sold a pair of headphones. The headphones sold to somebody in Hungary. Obviously, they haven't paid yet. So this was an old listing I had, and I think I had GSP checked off. But question everyone in the chat was, if I have my GSP checked, can anyone from any country buy it? Because I don't think I allowed other people to do that. M Doggy sold 4 things, slow week. Gail had 3. Donna sold some last night. Hey, 4 Oaks. So I figured this would be a quick video. I wanted to tell you some things I learned from last night as I was testing. I try and go through and I create a process to test all my items. So headphones, I always plug in and charge. I'll pair them to my phone. What else do I do? I also had another issue where someone said they didn't see any tracking on their package. 4 Oaks sold his Xbox Elite controller. How much you sell it for? No, I didn't see, Adam, that Indonesia was included. Is it really? I responded back to the buyer. So for those of you that didn't know, someone from Indonesia messaged me and said if I would ship there. And I said only through GSP is what I responded, or global shipping. 99, yeah, I told you those things sell. They sell a lot. So I'll test my headphones. I'll plug them in. I'll test anything that, like the HDMI switches, anything with a power cord, I'll plug in and make sure it lights up. I will make sure all the connector ports, I'm trying to get an example here. Nothing's on that one. Nothing's bent on the ports, and all the pieces are included. So I just make sure visually, I'll look through, make sure things are okay, as well as it gets power and it appears to work as it does. I will list in the auction if I can't fully test something, I'll say untested. So for example, that Surface Pro keyboard, all the keys went down well. I don't have a Surface Pro or the tablet to test it on, so I said free returns, untested, appears new. But it did appear new, so I already have a watcher on it. So something I learned and talked from you guys and girls, that the HDMI antennas, they sell well. I sold one a long time ago that I never tested, and I had to give a refund because the guy said it didn't work. M Doggy waiting on 2 lots I won this week. Yeah, Matt Ryan's killing me tonight. He's my quarterback in one of my leagues, and he's not getting me the points I need. The other guy has Tom Brady, so we'll see. I have Gronkowski and the Gostowski, so I'm getting some points there at least, but we'll see. I have a couple people from tomorrow night, so I should squeeze out a win. All right, so I sold. This has been in my possession forever. It is a charge dock for 3DS XL. I sold that for 12 bucks. I actually took a best offer. I sold a Mophie case. I left it upstairs. It was a white Mophie case for an iPhone 6. It was missing the top piece to the phone. I had that thing forever, and I looked at going on the Mophie website to purchasing the top piece that was missing. It's like 15 bucks. So I said, screw it. I just listed it for $19.99. I sold it for that. Yeah, Adam, I saw Steven Steph has Carson, so they have a good aerial game. So we'll see how it goes. I have Aguilar, the wide receiver. I just picked him up because I had Odell Beckham, so I picked him up. He's been doing pretty well. 2 scores in the last 2 games. So hopefully they pull out. Yeah, my steel listings they're selling pretty well, and I just throw it up there, and if it sits up for a while, I'll decrease it $1 or 2. But I didn't decrease these things. These things just sold for some reason. I don't know why. The last thing I sold was this. Now, this is what I wanted to talk about in testing. I don't know who else has had these before, but most of the time, these you get brand new in the box. Make sure they come with all the cords, the stickies. There's little pins that come in there, so there's a little baggie of pins and stickies. There's this big plastic piece here, and then there's usually either a coax cable or the coax and a plug that gets plugged into the TV, so you get 2 of those. But this one has both. So the way this thing works, I sold this for $45. You turn your TV to cable, and so I turned my TV to cable. I plugged all this stuff in, this thing into the TV, coax into this, and that into that. And I'm waiting in the TV. I'm getting fuzz. I'm seeing stuff. Oh, Redneck, you sold your NVIDIA Shield? Nice. So as I'm plugging it in, I'm seeing the TV kind of flicker. So I said, I am doing something right. So what you have to do, and this is after I read the directions, when I test my items, I'm kind of bad and don't read the directions. I just think I'll figure it out. I actually had to read the directions for this one. But you have to go into your settings, under your cable settings, and change it. I think it's either air or antenna. I believe it's antenna. But you got to change it over to the antenna, and then it'll configure itself, it being the TV, and you'll find all the channels will be configured, and it's brand new. So this thing worked. I have 3 others, not in box, but I have to test them to make sure they work. There's a 50-mile and a 25-mile is the ones I have. I have to list the 25-mile. Oh, Adam, you have the 50-mile? Yeah, I got some feedback in the first one I sold. It didn't work so great. But I tested that one, and I had no issues. M Doggy said, dang, I can't sell anything from my one low because I filed a dispute. Oh, lot. Got it. What was wrong with your lot? I sold a 50-miler for $45. That sold today. What I'm going to do is I have a large poly mailer. I'm going to stick it in the poly mailer. I'm assuming it's going to fit. It's kind of large, so I'm not sure. I'll stick it in there. And I only use the poly mailer because this is in a box, so I figured it'd be fine. So what I do when I file my disputes, if it's a high-priced item, like if it's 1, 2, or 3 items that are my most expensive that I really need, I won't sell anything in the lot. But these last couple I filed, I still listed stuff. And I only say that because I know I'm going to make my money back. But if they come back and say they want me to ship it all back, I'll just tell them to forget about it. But I've never heard of someone having to send the lot back in. Every time I filed a dispute, I get a credit. M Doggy replaced a drone controller. Oh, the drone controller was replaced with a cheap toy. Yes, definitely take some pictures of the toy, and you should get reimbursed for that. And the last one I bought on an open box directly from the. Oh, okay. What was it? Just cutting in and out? Because what I did was when I placed this right by the window, I had something I could stick it in. It worked fine. I could switch channels. Nothing was wrong. Picture was clear. So I have a bunch of those. Two or three more of those. I'll have to redo them. And what's nice is about these electronic slots, sometimes I'll get just the antenna portion here, and I won't get the coax. So the coax piece, I have a bunch of that stuff, so I can substitute them out. Demir says he sent 3 back. Wow. So the ones you sent back, was that because you completely lost out on the lot? You said, screw it, I'm just going to send it back and get my money back? Or did they request that you send it back? Because a lot of times they just send me the credit and that's it. Hey, what's up, James? Katie Traders here. Demir, I sent it out today, so you should get it pretty soon. Yeah, no paying for cable. I was surprised. I'd never used one of those before. It works great. At least this one does. So other things I test. I look at all parts. Like these, I make sure any, I took it out from here. Oh, here it is. So for example, something that doesn't power on, not only do I check for parts, but I make sure it's got all the pieces in the back and this stuff. I'm sure you guys do the same thing. So that stuff works. But doorbell locks, I'll make sure the doorbells power up. I see power coming through. Yeah, Demir, was your buyer Amazon or was it something else? The T20, James, you sold the T20 for 65. That's because you didn't have a box, right? Yeah, I'd say that's a good price, 65 bucks. So the DB Power T20, those things sell well. If you can find those in the lots on liquidation, if it's open, I'd say between 65 and 80 bucks. Demir says high-end items were missing or completely different, so they asked me to send them back the whole thing. Yeah, so it sounds like you had a ton of issues. Here's my guess. If you have a ton of issues, they'll just say you send it back. If you have onesie, twosie, I'm wondering if they just credit you. I've always been credited. It's always been one item for me. Knock on wood. Yeah, Adam says internet providers rake you over the coals for the internet. I agree. And I have like the low-end internet, as you could probably tell sometimes. Yeah, so James, you finally got some sales from your lot. That's exciting to hear. So I'm still waiting on my 2 liquidation lots that are coming and my blue lots. Blue lots is real slow at shipping right now. The shipping info. Demir says, thanks for the shipping info. Which, for me or for someone else? I might have forgotten. Oh, no problem. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, the shipping. I let you know it was coming. Yeah, offer ups is no fees. See, over around here, I don't have offer. I mean, I have it, but barely anyone uses it, or I'm selling the wrong stuff for offer up. All electronics, higher prices. I don't know if people will buy it. There's some things I can't test that don't show me anything. I will just put untested. I don't know if I put free returns in the listing, if that helps any, but I've never had an issue with that. Adam ordered the office. Oh, office for software. You guys are finally getting your computer things sorted out. So yeah, that's really one of the new items. And I find as you get these new lots, you get a lot of these new products that you get to learn about, which is fun for me. You get to see how things work. I'm trying to see what else I have here. You get to understand, if it doesn't work, what's missing and how do you fix it. And I think that's kind of cool. You get to see new products. So when I order these new boxes coming, there's stuff I've never done before. It's kind of exciting for me because then I can look at, hey, how does this stuff work? Yeah, M Doggy, there's a couple lots on blue lots. A lot of them are kind of but you'll find once in a blue moon, you'll get a couple that seem to have great profit. So the ones I'll show you this week, and it's supposed to be Tuesday, I'll give you an idea of kind of what I bought it for and what I looked to sell it from. Try to connect the Surface keyboard to test it. To a PC? Okay. Is it just Bluetooth on those Surface Pros? I thought it got its power through the magnetic strip in the top. You try and see if I loved it. Yeah, no bids on blue lots is awesome. But you gotta that's the so the good piece is if you find something, you can go in and buy it and right away and it's yours. But if you're late, it's gone. That's the only that's double-edged sword, right? Liquidation versus blue lots, bid versus auction, or buy it now versus auction. So pick your poison, right? So that's why I try to look every day. I looked this weekend, but there's nothing. So they're trying to think either Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. I'm looking to have on Newco Solutions or Newico Liquidations. I'm gonna have one of the guys on from there to ask. I don't know if anyone else has bought stuff from them. They're one of the PS101 members, but I'm looking to have him on to go through the same thing like we did with Source Fanatics, just to bring you another wholesaler that you can actually see and ask questions to the person versus posting. So I'm looking to set that up for probably Tuesday. And I'll look to do the listing challenge on Facebook. I might post something here after this. And then what else was it? There's something else I was going to tell you. So what else? What do you guys have? Blue lots. It looks like sales have been slow for a couple people. Redneck. Any sales that you've had besides your one that you said? But I was hoping to get my blue lots this weekend so I could get. I wanted to get that completely listed. That I think I'm gonna make some money on that one, but we'll see. Hey Scott, what's up? Scott, did you sell your lens yet? So yeah, it's been a slow Sunday. I had a couple soccer games today. Play with the kids. Went to church in the morning, so it's been kind of busy, kind of crazy. So nothing on the home front, no mail. What I did today was I boxed up all my items and I just took them during the day today. So I took some time out. So the only stuff I have to mail out are the 3 things we talked about. So that's it. Kind of slow day. Hoping I get some of my lots tomorrow. I can go through some of those with you guys. And then there's still some new stuff I have to test. I got a pluggable 3 Thunderbolt for a iMac. Yeah, I got some low offers. Donna said just got to two low offers. I listed some for 16. Someone offered me $3. I hate that. I don't know about you guys, but I hate that. So I offered $1 less than what I wanted, which was $15.99, and they came back with a 5, and I just left it at that. So yeah, that's really how I test stuff. And I thought I'd go through and have a couple items. Some of the stuff I get, I learn how to test, show you guys. But really, the big thing is once you plug into your TV, you do the change your settings on your TV, and it'll work. That's all I had. Appreciate everyone joining. We'll have some more stuff tomorrow. Yeah, tell them to go away and block them. But thanks everyone for joining. We'll have a little longer tomorrow once we get some lots, and hopefully I'll be able to sell some more stuff and go back to watching some football. James says, what do you do to test games if you don't have a console? I'll list it as untested, it appears no scratches, and I'll say free returns. I'll try and doctor it to be free returns, but just somehow to look at scratches or anything with the product that you think you would know that would impede it not working. So that's how I would do it. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We will talk tomorrow.